Because why not?
Analysis of the patterns on the walls cannot ascertain whether their purpose is aesthetic or functional. Further data required. Unknown language. Attempting translation.
I just wanted to see what would happen with the PDA.
By accessing the control room in the lower section.
Good. All right. Can't tell you how much I don't like this. Flying beasties that I just went past. What the fuck? This is a pretty shit encounter. Okay. Okay. Alright. If I like point out the wrong dude. I don't know, you got this dude just kind of hanging out in a park with a meat cleaver and he's just dancing around with it, and this dickhead's got a big ass knife. It's always the dude in the suit. I mean, I didn't actually ask for answers, but thanks, I guess. I love how this guy got stuck on this pole. He ain't going nowhere. Every time he does a throw, it's that same one, and I input it in time, and it gives me nothing.
Hey, what about fire? All bulletproof monsters hate fire.
I love it. God, that is so easy. I just about got to the next cutscene before it triggered that one.
Works, you need to see one from the inside.
Yo, did I skip this trigger that way? You know, it's a perfect proof of what a dumbass I am. In that I spent that whole time getting set up, my headphones on, and went through all the steps, and just before switching scenes, turned on the music, Because that's usually, that's how I do it. Only to then find out that the whole time my shit has not been plugged in, and then I had to plug in my headphones before switching scenes. Anyway. Hello? I'm somehow not on the right window either. What the hell is happening, bruh? Okay. Anyway, so we have plenty of industrial walls to work with. Plenty. Oh my god, I farmed so much of that shit. Let's go. And the plan right now is to set up well, basically I'm gonna deconstruct everything down here. This whole section, I'm gonna take it apart. And we're going to completely reimagine this whole thing into other enemy biomes. But before I fuck around with that, it is time. I love that I have that many, genuinely. First things first. Nothing needs it quite like the front of our machine. But yeah, the plan... Basically, like, I like the lit walls, so we're gonna keep that shit. I don't like that, though. I don't know why I hadn't considered this possibility. How about that? Like, we'll redesign later. This does, of course, still mean that those doors are an inherent weakness to the whole system. I didn't know this stuff was down here. I kind of figured something like that might happen. Oh no. Well, I just realized I have my farming gear on. For the time being, I should probably change that. It's also worth noting that the layout that is being used, oh right, we still have this as is kind of inconvenient, not gonna lie. Not that I necessarily foresaw this, but there was a reason that I wanted to give myself a tiny little gap between the line and the wall of the base. Let's get my mining shit on. That is not correct. Okay. Well, we're gonna have to move the line. I can't say I'm terribly surprised at that. Let's start it like this. We're gonna give it 2 squares, I think. Oops. Sir, I do not recommend this course of action. Okay. Believe it or not, adding adding more space to the line, like more tiles worth of travel, really will only... So, like, you'd think that it would increase how long it takes to get materials on the line, but that's not actually how it turns out. And the reason is because what happens is that you only get an interrupted cycle for a couple of tiles once. And I've mentioned some of this before. The fact of the matter is that regardless of how or why, like once the feed of items starts coming in, there's not going to be like any point in time where there's more or less of those items coming in. So the pace remains the same, and so adding a couple of extra spots literally only means that like the next cycle is going to be a couple of extra slots slower. I probably didn't explain that worth the tiniest shit, but the fact still remains that it's only gonna slow down one cycle, and that is just not worth giving the tiniest shit about. Oh, I didn't even realize that. Right. I should probably drop that stuff in the machine, too. God damn it. Ah! You know what, actually, I think Hige might still be doing some attempts. Come on. Refresh. Nope. He was earlier. I don't know what only just made me think about it. I definitely would have had that up on the side. Hmm. Okay, so here comes the giant pain in the ass. I'm thinking four item collectors per room is what I'm thinking. And let's see, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 rooms. So that's 60 item collectors. I am also curious about what have I done with the, okay, so I am curious about this as well. Let's walk outside and find literally any mushrooms. Okay, that's actually quite perfect. It won't even react to them? That is some bullshit. God, these things are just the worst. I didn't mean to do that. Okay, so... I don't imagine I'm going to be using an awful lot of that. I do imagine I'll be using an awful lot of this. And I've got plenty of these. Alright, well, let's get in here and start tearing this down. Mate, the fuck? It's early. Okay. God, there's so much of these. I'm actually genuinely curious how many total moss I put down, because it's a lot. I know it's a lot. An inordinately large, unnecessarily large amount. You know, yesterday we were running around doing all of this shit. I genuinely, I find it hilarious how easy it is for me to forget that I don't have the proper setup on when I've switched over to the cooking skill for extra epics. I don't know why, I completely forget that I've done that, and then I just go out and adventure, and it's like, it's not like I could die or anything. Only scrubbos die, right? Right? Yeah, I'm gonna fucking... Look, to be fair to me, I guess, I didn't die. I just, could have. I really wish that would go back to where it actually belongs in my inventory. Like, I wish I could just, mark where, that goes here. Okay. This area is completely enclosed, so I don't have any reason to be afeared. Afeared. I don't have any reason to care. There will be at least one arm in use, and that'll be for putting things in the box, which means the box will also be in use. There will be some conveyor belt use, certainly not 1,800 of them. By the way, all that conveyor belt right there, with the exception of the splits, is there specifically because of tearing down all of the extra lines. I don't remember. Where exactly? Alright, so 2414. That's a massive, massive amount. This is my first time to be carefully putting things into boxes in a long time. Alright, yeah, that's just gonna have to sit there for a bit. Alright. So this is what we're working with, is this area right here. Actually, this is not necessary to do. I kind of want to fill these slots back in with actual dirt and not these, except that, yeah, I can make as many of these as I want, so never mind. We're gonna put this in, and we are gonna use a little bit of a moat, sort of. I don't know why I shaped this the way that I did. It's very, like, I don't know. It feels strange to me now that I'm looking at it. Like, I know that there's a boss spawner not far to the west of the base, but whatever, I guess. Now this wall might be expanded, and it might not be. I'm not really, like, I don't know exactly how I'm going to put it all together yet. I do have an idea. There's a reason why when I said that there was like 15, there's going to be 15 different rooms, yeah? And that those rooms are going to use 4 item collectors apiece. Because I have a design in my head. I know exactly how large I want it to be. So this is going to be where the arm is going to be. It's going to be right here. I think. Right, so that's the size that I want the area to be. Okay, so definitely part of the reason that this is what it is. Oh, I've got my goddamn farming shit back on. That farming stuff is gonna have to be put on hold for a bit. I didn't mean to do that. I genuinely loathe it when I make that mistake. Okay. So the inside of this is going to be industrial walls. And then everything is going to feed onto a main line up here. I know that this looks extremely stupid, but whatever. It is what it is for now. Also, I know that there's no way in hell the electricity is going to reach this far. I know. Let's just go ahead and clean this whole thing up. Some dick snack is over there using a fucking laser. Okay, yeah, I think a 3x3 really does make the most sense. Is he distracted? Yeah, a little bit. Okay. One thing I am not sure about is how exactly I'm going to damage the Shimmering Frontier enemies. Like what the setup is going to be in there, because what I've been doing as of late is I've just been using the radiation crystals just to like make things extremely easy. But I'm also not entirely sure. God, I'm going to have to go up to the Breaker's Reach and test it. Because I was about to say, I'm not entirely sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Oh, damn it. If radiation will harm the Breaker's Reach enemies. Like, I'm gonna go with a solid maybe, probably not, because they're robots, and I don't know why radiation would hurt robots. What if... I don't need to be stingy with these, but I would like to be stingy with these. Okay, so those are all powered up. Yeah, that should be how it would go. Y'all are everywhere. It's super distracting. I'm trying to focus on stuff. And I think that that'll work. Wiring. So we've got six. We are not putting in the conveyor belts until the very last possible step. Because I can see how that would be very, very annoying. full disclosure, I didn't recognize this track. And I should have, and now I feel like a wiener. Okay, so that's 9. Here's the thing, we're gonna continue with the rows of 3. What in the hell, man? I hate this. I don't know who in the world is outside having a conversation right outside the window. This is abnormal. I guess they're not right outside my window, but it sounds like they are. It's kind of pissing me off a little bit, I don't know. Like, part of me wants to go find out where that's coming from, but another part of me is like, what would it matter? It's not like I can do anything about it. You know what? I'm gonna be nosy. I'll be back.
moonwalking?
Yeah, it moonwalked away through the table, and then also through the wall, and then also through the other table. And that is the only way out, so let's go the other way.
Okay, so the reason I decided to be nosy is because it sounded like it wasn't a particularly friendly conversation. And it turns out that it's totally fine. Dude, I hate that. What the fuck? Also, why am I doing this? Okay, this is where things are gonna get really annoying. For one thing, this whole thing is gonna have to be 100% bridged over. Okay. Let's figure out exactly how far. Okay. We're starting to dip into a different biome. That is how large my home base is at this point. I think most of these mushrooms are dropped as a result of the stone biome fellas fighting it out with these guys. I am again getting a little distracted, but there's a lot here, so... It also makes sense to get that up because, well, I am going to need... Okay, so hold on. So that was 9, this will be 12, so this will be 15. So this is where the row ends. So this is going to be where the last layer of wiring is. This is going to be where the line is. This is going to be the next wall out. And this is going to be the industrial wall. God damn it, dude. God. Urgh! This genuinely sounds a little bit like Say No More. Also worth noting, Industrial Wall will be being used in the internals of this. I really, really, really wish I could move that boss spawner. I mean, it's not like there's a need for that boss spawner. For number one, there's no reason to fight it again. For number two, and I would say probably more importantly, if I did for some reason decide I wanted to fight it again, it's not hard to just make another map and fight it there. God damn it! Anyway, eat shit. Here, I've got an awful lot on me, so here's what I'm about to do. Put all that shit on the line. Get in here. Get in here. Okay. Wait, oh no, I've got this completely wrong. Well, guess what? We get to redesign part of this. Isn't that lovely? Hmm? Yeah, this is gonna get extended a little bit further down. Yeah. What in the hell? Oh my god, why does it do this? I cannot describe how much I hate what those are doing. It's fucking with everything so bad. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna have to completely redo that. I don't know why it's doing that, but that's super annoying. Jesus Christ. Oh, did they reconstitute themselves while they were out of view? I guess there's that at least. You know what I wish? I wish that you could just, like, grab items at length with this. Alright. Wire. Okay, so that is where the actual ending of it is. So that's going to be the shiny wall, and this is going to be the industrial wall. Fuck that worm. Boink. Okay. I should be done with all of that. I was about to say the hard part, but that's totally false. I personally think that the hard part is going to be figuring out the logistics on individual biomes of enemy. Like on all of the lower biome stuff, like the mushroom guys, the yeah, the up until the Shimmering Frontier, I can just do what I've been doing. I can put a radiation crystal somewhere in the middle, and that'll be the end of it. These are gonna have like moats around them, and maybe no, it shouldn't be moats. It should be like an industrial wall on the inside because I want to protect the item collectors. Anyways, let's get the item collectors in. I realize that there's no power. That will get figured out next. Oh, fuck. That is not correct. Neo? Yeah. It's actually a little surprising that I knew that, given that I don't actually let Neo's music play. Okay, so what if... Is that all of them? Yeah. Okay, so these are all powered up. We're gonna do I need a way out for now. I do not need that anymore. I'll be honest, I don't think I need a way really in, per se. Like, I mean, the way that it's gonna come together, I just don't think... I don't think. Thinking is dumb, and you shouldn't do it. So, hold on, I think I've got, what, 10 by 10? So, 100 squares each. And I don't, like, none of these are shy of that, so... We have 100 of each of them. I'm surprised, honestly, at how little of the, like, orange slime I actually have. At one point, I was actually thinking about just, like, leaving all of the biomes unseparated and just letting the enemies do forever combat. Wait, did I count that one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I did. I counted this. Tell you what, we can double up on one of them. We'll double up on... Shimmering Frontier, question mark? No, we'll double up on this. I'm gonna have to, like, it's gonna be real boring, but I'm gonna have to be very careful about, these guys in particular. For instance, like, the Void Cavelings, I honest to God don't know if their abilities allow them to teleport through walls. I don't know. That is a distinct possibility. Right, I also need to bring... Here, before I start putting this all together... Surely I can find some baddies around here, right? I've been doing all this sans timer. You're not what I'm looking for at all. See, yeah, I assume that that's a puzzle of some kind. It does! Okay. So I think the only enemy type not immune... I think the only enemy type that is immune to radiation is the Shimmering Frontier, which means I only need to come up with an alternate for that. Like, I've got, like, ground fire traps. Oh, what? No, I only need 14 of these. Not gonna lie, I genuinely dislike the fact that that happens. Stop, like, I would quite like to just opt out of the possibility of wood producing wood equipment. There's no reason to rush that down right now. Anyways, I grabbed the 14. I'm gonna put 2 each. It may not be necessary, but I'm gonna put 2 each. Did I really just do that? Because I'm pretty sure... Yeah, this way, no matter where you are, there's some damage. Okay, so here's what we want. Now, I'm gonna be ballsy for now. I'm going to stay and observe. I think it'll be fine. But I cannot deny the possibility that it won't be fine. God damn it to hell. That feel when your movement is higher than you would like it to be. And it sometimes causes problems. Now, I don't know how long it's going to take to observe a spawn here. I know that whatever does spawn here, like if the radiation crystals work, great. It's also going to be worth noting that's still going to kill things real fucking slow in this particular room. I don't understand why radiation would affect these, though, to be completely honest. Oh, hey, I got 5 extra. Here, we'll move that out of the way for now. Hold on. Oh, right, because it's gonna be 8 by 8, so it's 64, I think? I mean, whatever, it's fine. We can carry the extras. Ominous. Dead. How thrilling. I know some people out there that have, like, broken down the sciences best they could of how the game spawns enemies. I wish I knew anything about that. I don't. I think in theory there should be no reason that I can't go ahead and start putting this together. That, you know, took a lot of time, I guess. Spawn something fucking... Wait, do I still have... I should not still have this. I'm honestly shocked it's taking this long. Let's see what else is going on in the world. The gaming world, I mean. Somebody streaming Blood Ring 2 revamped. Apparently there's like a rhythm game tourney of some kind. Supposedly void enemies are supposed to show up eventually, right? Like, I need to use the bathroom, and I also need to, I say need, want to step away and get more coffee. And, like, the arrogance in me wants to just leave this going and accept whatever consequences come my way. That's what we're gonna do. I'm going to give my... Oh, right. I'm gonna give myself one more degree of separation here. But I am gonna be the most arrogant. What did I do that for? Wow. I'm smart. Anyways, I'm gonna leave that going, and I will be back. Okay, what has it done? I see that we've got 4 mushrooms. So here's what I'm gonna try to go ahead and focus on putting together other ones. While remaining nearby. So yeah, 64. Ah! Wait, yeah, no. I still... Son of a bitch. I still don't really have a way to, I think I've got, like, ground fire traps somewhere. Yeah, but not like a huge amount of them. I think that those can work in tandem. That ain't it. Okay. Here's to hoping. Like, these should, as far as I know, these should still be able to spawn. What the fuck? Okay. Someday, enemies will spawn and we'll find out if this is working properly or not. You'd think that between all of these, it really wouldn't be that long. I say these are the most important next. As though the giant biome off to the side wasn't a great indicator of the fact that I think that this is an important one. But the reason I had set it up like that was because I really, really, really wanted heaps of the hardened sap. Watch there be one specific robot that just doesn't give a shit about radiation at all. Alright, well, let's put some of these excesses away. Okay. Still nothing? Really? This one, I'm genuinely not even sure. No idea. Maybe this one will work, maybe it won't. You know what? Given that all of these point to the outside walls, I don't think we needed these gaps. I guess that's more of a walkway than anything else. Like, this gap we needed because that stuff needs to get over here somehow, right? But everything else, not so much. What would I say is the next? Yeah. Those two... I think the slimes are the least important, if I'm honest. As soon as I find out how this one's going, I can determine whether or not the top left one is going to be another one of that same shit. So, like, realistically, if I'm all the way at the top of this, then the things at the bottom won't be going. But realistically, just about anywhere at home, I'm no more than 100 away, you know? And I'm pretty sure that the distance is like 200 or 250, something like that. See, you know, I'm torn about this track remaining in the list, not because it's a bad track, but because I don't know if the long version is actually on the game. I could find that out while we're waiting. Sphere. Verify you're human. How dare you? Okay, so no, this is not actually in the game. This is on the album. Much as I love the track, part of, like, the rules for all of this is that it has to be an actual game track. So that was Beatmania 2BX11 Red, Sphere long version. Get out of here. I'm gonna risk it, and we're gonna start building the rest of them out. Still looks like we've produced a hell of a lot of nothing. So far, it's only produced 4 mushrooms, even. Part of me wonders if that would... Well, no. Because I was sitting here thinking, like, I wonder if the Void Moss would have... Or Moss? Is that Moss? Whatever it is. If it would have, like, a better chance of producing if I actually had the Void ground under it. But, like, I don't see why that would have anything to do with anything.
raise. Let's go. Yo, tell me, do you wanna ride tonight? Then tell me, do you wanna die tonight? This is my city, my invite. Let's run it up and watch the sky ignite. It won't hurt just to try it right. Yeah, maybe you're right, it might. Downtown where the crime is right, the time is right to bust this dynamite. Oh, you come to hard, you fall. So come hard or don't come at all. I leave you slow, leave you all, leave you in pieces 3 feet tall. Let's go, we can have it all. Yeah, baby, we can have it all. Ain't it fun when the blood starts flowing and the parts start flying and your heart starts going? Come with it, bitch, come with it, bitch. Take your best shot and try to finish it. Don't blow it, cause I will kill you before
Oh, hey, that biome decided to produce.
take your best shot and try to finish it. Don't blow it, cause I will kill you before you know it. Where you gonna go, where you gonna turn? When you gonna break, when you gonna learn? It ain't nothing like shaking, squirming till your face depilated, the pavement burns. Churn the ash, grab the urn and crack your head up on that curb. Oh, it hurts, oh, it pains. Oh, it squirts, oh, it rains. I will kill you and spill you, yeah, there'll be blood all on the streets. I will stomp you and tromp you, yeah, there'll be blood all on these cleats. And before you realize what the hell I've been doing, you'll be falling from the skies down to hell and the ruins. Let's go. Come with it, bitch, come with it, bitch. Take your best
One of
shot.
the other ones, though, just that one.
Cause I will kill you before you know it. Come with it, bitch, come with it, bitch. Take your best shot and try to finish it. Don't blow it, cause I will kill you before you know it. Tell me, do you wanna ride tonight? Then tell me, do you wanna die tonight? This is my
Put you
city,
back
my
down
invite.
there.
Run it up and watch the sky ignite. It won't hurt just to try it right. Yeah, maybe you're right, it might. Downtown where the crime is right, the time is right to bust this dynamite. Oh, you come to hard, you fall. So come hard or don't come at all. I leave you slow, leave you all, leave you in pieces 3 feet tall. Let's go, we can have it all. Yeah, baby, we can have it all. Ain't it fun when the blood starts flowing and the parts start flying and your heart starts going? Come with it, bitch, come with it, bitch. Take your best shot and try to finish it. Don't blow it, cause I will kill you before you know it. Come with it, bitch, come with it, bitch. Take your best shot and try to finish it. Don't blow it, cause I will kill you before
Well, that shit didn't take long. God damn it. Well, thankfully, that affected basically nothing. I don't know why it's letting me put shit through the bottom walls, though. That's kind of annoying. Stop it! It was trying to do it again. Oh. Oh, okay. Well, I can tell you for sure that meant that that biome is in fact producing. Part of me wonders if it's like the game, like just because you've placed the stuff down doesn't mean that the game hasn't immediately acknowledged that it's there. I think that there's like afterwards there's like a full spectrum scan of sorts. And then after it like skims the world and it's like, oh, these places are here, and then it gets marked as a potential spawning point. I don't know. I'm just like spitballing. But like I can definitely say that anytime I've ever put down areas like this, I can say definitively it takes a minute before the game realizes that it can spawn shit there. And I mean, that might be intentional, because like, I suppose if it could spawn enemies in a spot that you're actively throwing down, that it could just arbitrarily kill the shit out of you. Part of me is like wondering if I'm finicky enough to want to put lighting in here. Because like I'm seeing these dark ass hallways. I suppose I could just punch out the ceiling. Which, of course, I had to mime with an actual, like, fist pump. Because otherwise, how would you know what I meant? Don't forget, I am very stupid. Like, what little I have seen said about the way that the game spawns is that it's done on a grid system, that it checks, like, XYZ positions, and then, like, spawns within clusters. So part of me wonders if my build would be more effective if I got rid of anything outside of the base within X amount of distance. It's so fucking cold, bruh. I don't know why that happened a second ago, but okay. What else do I got? Is just, yeah, it's just this and, like, the slimes. You know, there's, like, the alchemy table where you can take, like, ground slime and turn it into, like, the normal slime balls, but I don't understand why it's not the other way around. Because, like, my thought would be that you would take, instead of taking 10 ground slime and turning it into one slime, it would seem to me that you would do the opposite. You would take 10 slime and turn it into a ground slime, because you can place ground slime and use that to create... Hooray! I wonder how long it's going to take for this thing to die, though. I'm gonna guess a few thousand years. But they do seem incapable of acknowledging. And I think, like, part of it is that I think that there's a possibility that unless they have, like, an HP crit, like, desperation mode, that in all likelihood, because the reason I started using the radiation crystals as, like, a home defense mechanism to begin with was because you got the bomb scarabs, right? And if the bomb scarabs fall below a certain HP percent while in combat, then they drop to the floor and explode. But if they actually pass that HP value while they're not in combat, then they never do their desperation suicide. So the goal in that case is to, like, the radiation damage never makes them enter combat. So I don't know enough about these enemies to say that there's not some way for them to break through these walls or to teleport through these walls or to, in one way or another, cope with the fact that they're trapped. They might be able to in combat. But hey, so long as they can't get out of those rooms, I couldn't care less what combination of mechanisms or lack thereof as the result. I couldn't care. Couldn't care less. Don't give a damn. No fucks given. Also, that spawned that enemy fairly quickly, so much for that theory I was banging on about earlier. That clearly didn't mean a fucking thing. Could you maybe hit that square, please? I love how this whole thing is powered up, except that that bottom left corner was just, like, not at all. Good lord. No! There. Give me that. It's funny to me that I'm bothering to put down all of these walls to protect everything, as though there's any chance in hell. Like, a decent number of these have zero chance in the world of actually being a problem. Oh yeah. Getting me some fragments. I love it. Oh, god damn it to hell, dude. Being on fire is a bad time, so this is one of those moments where I'm genuinely going to make sure that I put in the crystals now. And not after the fact. Fucking... I suppose I could make the excuse that, like, these walkways here are here to give flexibility to the design in case something needs to be changed later. I'm clever. No, really, it's just that I didn't think it through. Oh, right, there is one more row. So it's been a kind of like an absurd, like almost shameful amount of time since I've been like, yeah, I need to make new enemy biome farms. Because, like, that's been a thing for a while. I have needed to do that for quite a while. Say needed to. This is a video game. I don't need to do shit. But, it is a thing that I had been intending to do for just an embarrassing amount of time, and just, I guess, I was too lazy to do it. I don't know. I don't know exactly how I want to describe. You know what? I prefer redesign of this. I don't normally do sideways boxes, but we're gonna do a sideways box. Okay, just so that I can continue to observe, we're gonna put that in. For now, I don't see any reason for me to be carrying... Wait, I have a clay biome piece? Why do I have that? Hold on. It looks filled. I guess I picked up a spare? You know, I'm dumb. I am, like, let's just assume it's gonna work. Yeah. That doesn't need anything. BRB. Gonna be an idiot. You're kidding. God fucking damn it, dude. It's so hard to hit the right thing. So... Nope. Why? Why is it fucking impossible? Oh my god, dude. Fuck you. Okay. No, I'll just get power from this thing, right? Yeah. Not a problem. Really annoyed. Really annoyed at this whole shit. Okay. Okay, boo hiss. Let's get out of here. I took all the wire? Oh my god, dude. Okay. For starters, let's put my fucking combat gear back on and put this shit away. I'm still genuinely, like, upset at the lack of quality in the auto farming. Like it's just, it could have been great, but like the one thing that I guess they're never really gonna figure out is that like, I don't know. The auto farming, I think, is a good idea. Like, if I wanted to put together, like, an auto fishing thing out in the world, then what I need... God, I could not describe how complicated this would be. But, I guess I can describe how complicated it would be. You would need an auto farming setup that leads to a critter farm that leads to the fishing point that gets fed back into the system. Like, without all of those individual parts, it wouldn't work. Now, I guess I'm up for the challenge of trying to put something like that together, but man, it sounds like a pain in the fucking D-hole is what it sounds like. Like, trying to set something like that up... Part of me, what, like... I think... that there's... Like, I mean, I know that there's biome-specific stuff, but I think... that, like, for instance, if I wanted to just... have it set up in lava... For instance, I don't think that it actually needs to be in that biome. I think it'll work just fine if I bring some of the water samples home. That actually makes it seem potentially worthwhile. Here, okay, you know what, before I fuck around with much else, you know what I really need to do is I need to go, sort out the, boulder that Viv pointed out on the map, because there's... Yeah. It's not, like, super far. I can't believe during all of that, only 80 eggs, really? Shitty. Wait, what? Give me that. By the way, there's no rhyme or reason to these. I'm just cooking. Okay, let's get lazy and put all of these back on the line. It's not lazy, I guess I'm prioritizing more than anything else. I'm not clear cutting down there. I am. Basically, I just want to make sure that I'm getting something done on the way. I will get the center island, though, because it's small. For a second, like, it didn't make any noise. I guess I got far enough away from it for it to not. But, like, for a second I was like, does that not blow up unless I can see it? So I have no idea what path Viv followed to get to where she got. Not this one. I would say, like, Viv and I had actually commented on the falling dust being a bit spooky. I don't think it's all that spooky anymore. You know, I wonder, can the cave-in actually hurt you? Because, like, I've mostly just viewed the cave-ins as being free resources. Ah, fuck. That was a bad thing to do. You know what else I just realized? I'm still out in the world with the wrong buffs on. But to be fair, I guess to be fair, I'm not out here to do anything but line in a boulder. Which, I mean, it's worth mentioning. I was gonna have to do a lot of digging to do anyway. Viv is a lot less, like, structured than I am about these kinds of things, so I'm sure she had a bit of a winding pathway to it. no idea what kind of damage that's capable of doing. Nope. Not to suggest that Viv is a wiener or anything, but she definitely didn't come this way. She would have announced the presence of just about every one of those enemies. Oop. That could have been real bad. I'm a little surprised that they chose to not have that be a hazard. I mean, not that I want it to be a hazard. I'm just surprised that they decided that the Titans going underground below you is, like, doesn't harm you. That it feels like it would. You know, she did mention that there was, like, a weird offshoot of that. Alright, well, let's get this baby wired up. this is like the traditional way that we used, like, you know, once upon a time, that's how you would decide where you would go. Which direction am I going to dig in? Well, where are the resources? And then you would just stumble upon, like, oh, there was a giant vein of scarlet over there, but now I've found this strange structure. That's usually how that would go. Not this crazy ass shit that I do these days where I just fucking dig up everything. No boating allowed. I guess that makes sense. Fucking owl. Again, like, I appreciate the notion of being able to pet your pets, and yet, I hate it. 'Cause, like, bruh, I am trying to get work done, and that is a button press that's being taken away from me. Just because my owl happens to be in that direction. And, like, look, I realize that there are other people like Viv in the spectrum of, but it's cute though. So they're, like, willing to accept a lack of efficiency because something is cute. I hate that. I hate it. Very much would prefer that this shit was efficient. Okay, so one thing I need to find out, because I haven't been able to find any information on it, is whether, whether or not there's any reason to fish in Breaker's Reach. I mean, we've got the lava pools here. Oh, Jesus. I will not lie, that genuinely scared the shit out of me. But yeah, we've got these lava pools, and I'm assuming that those are going to be the same item pool as fishing in the lava anywhere. And we've got the oil water, same. I imagine that's going to be the same as any... But, you know, like, I've always wondered... I've had the thought before that, like, okay, if I put normal water, or even find a normal water in the passage, if I fish there, what do I get? So I haven't done, like, a whole lot of looking into, like, item pools regarding fishing. So I'm gonna run back, and I'm just gonna do like an outline of this towards the main line. Anyways, here in a second, I am going to start trying to set up auto fishing setups. Sweet mother of fuck, that is going to be a lot of work. Jesus Christ. Snap, crackle, pop, what the fuck? I think I've also hit a point in time where I want to start making like a daisy chain of item collectors instead of fucking around with long conveyor belts, and depending of course on what I'm setting up. But instead of having long conveyor belts, just having like a series of item collectors passing an item along. Not sure if it's genuinely a good idea or not. Like, I presume it'll work just fine, but I haven't, like... It's one of those things that I think would require a fair amount of testing, but it also seems like one of those things where when, you know, not unlike the way things work with normal conveyor belts, I think that putting together the initial setup is going to be a son of a bitch, but that once you have the initial setup all nice and laid out, that everything would be fine. Anyway. Oh wow, the enemy biomes at this zoom, they look weird. Here, I'm gonna be lazy again and we're just gonna dump everything. Anyway, I'm gonna take a quick bathroom break. I'll be back.
Oh, wow. Well, he gone. He gone. What the fuck was that? Okay.
That comparison falls super flat for me. Okay, well, fuck you, I guess.
Jack was very insistent on that point.
No more fuel? So, now that we've talked ourselves into a tizzy,
Oh my god.
do the damn thing. I'm gonna need help getting this casino open for business. Amber, honey, I'd put you in charge of revamping the Vice District, if you're so inclined.
May I continue to set things on fire?
I certainly hope so.
Then it would be my pleasure.
Mr. Mayor, what's your
Your word that Trash Mantis will retain
Oh
its
my
autonomy
God.
under your new management.
Trashlantis ain't my kind of dirt, but I don't judge. I'll deactivate the compactor so that your people can continue living without the excess of capitalist consumption, let alone basic hygiene.
You got anything for Freddy?
The casino's seen better days. I'll need some help fixing up the place. How's head of reconstruction and maintenance sound?
I'll get those loaders humming along for you, miss. Believe in Freddy.
And you, Timothy? What do you want?
Well, you know, you and I could... just get me the hell out of this place.
This is so glorious.
If that's all you want, I can arrange a ship to take you as far away as you can dream.
Yeah, good. That's all I want.
All right then. What the hell are we waiting for? Let's take the jackpot.
It's tower time! Mike T. Eyes and ears.
I
Bruh. Okay, how many hands are over here now? Oh my god, that's a lot of hands. Oh man, I'm fucking dumb. Get over there. Why is the audio getting weird? What is happening in this video game? Yo, Flame Dragon. Yo, what? Two skills at the same time, dude.
The one.
Because I thought you were saying that the website. Oh, what the fuck?
What?
Okay. What? I really wish I'd been paying attention just now. I forgot what I was doing there for a second.
Nice. I've told Pickle you're coming. Just go meet him.
What?
Back into the fray, soldier. Double time.
Failures.
Because like if it's sometimes it works, that's not good enough. Yeah, no, it doesn't work at all. So this weapon just sucks.
You just saved my damn life, and I am dead.
There's a wreck in the vault.
It's relatively small and it's... What?
What? What? What?
The fucking crash fish just went full nuclear on a dog. What? I'm sorry, hold on. I am busy paying my respects. Could you fuck off, please? Oh, well, he's gone. Never mind. I'd really like it if they would actually more actively avoid holes. Like, you know, exactly the opposite of that. Dude, god damn it. What a disaster. Why? What? Yo, what?
Chest.
What the fuck? She has a rocket stuck to her hand. She has a rocket stuck to her hand. Here we go. We're out. Doo-doo. Okay, that wasn't half an hour. That was more like half a minute, but still. Like, for instance, these guys right here, now that I'm out here, like, these guys, their pathing isn't broken. But here's the... Oh, yeah, check this out. No, come on. Hold on. Hold on. We can do this. This is doable. What's up? Oh, Jesus.
What the fuck?
This would have been done.
What?
I'm already pretty close. Well, what the fuck are you gonna do about that?
I have a feeling whatever. Never mind.
Here, have some bees.
What
I'm back. Nice. Okay, so here's the thing. This last pot has this. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna make one of these. Where do I have space? I guess to the bottom right over here. Yeah, I've got plenty of space right here.
Yeah. Get out of here with that shit, man. Yo.
Alright, I have my mining set up out.
When your lame ass point of view, that should have been my whole mission from the start. You put it together, I tear it all apart. What? Gotta get mine, stepping through this minefield, and what's not mine becomes mine. You mine? That's the way I gotta take it from the fans. Put the price up on the fans, I put let up in the stand. It doesn't matter who the target is. You know I'm gonna finish it once I get it started, kid. That's the way I gotta market it. Marksman, mercenary, making all your hearts skip, and I can turn you into parts quick. Put you in a box and ship you off the yard 6. Where the non-believers go. The ones that started bleeding because they couldn't take the bleeding from the beating, yo. So you might want to shut your mouth before you end up in a pine box headed down south. Your mama brought you in, I'ma take you out. Send you down to hell, you can burn like out.
So the first thing that I want to test is the critter catchers.
Kill 'em all, then I won't say no. No is what I hear all the time when I'm slaying them. Body parts, so nice for laying them. Slice, dicing up some mayhem. Gotta keep it light in this dark world of gray and black. But you can get your axe to the back or a slap to the face from the clap of a gat. Strapped to your waist, plastic to your hat. That, feel the tragic collapse. I'd say this pretty serious. So maybe you should start thinking, well, it's time to be fair in this. Cause if I keep hearing this.
So, cause like I don't. God damn it, bird. Quit freaking the fuck out. No, follow me. Follow me out here. You dipshit.
It's just the only way I still can make a grand. Understand what I'm talking about? Get the picture of what this all about. It's time for you to walk it out. You don't want to be around when these dogs start barking out. You don't want to play the target route. Cause I don't get paid unless the fucking target's out. That's the way it goes. That's the only way
Yeah, let's grab an arm.
Kill 'em all, then I won't say no. Shit. You think I'm just gonna sit around and do nothing? Huh. They're fucking monsters out there, man. Somebody's gotta kill them.
It's like, my first curiosity really is, how long does this take? And while I'm testing this, How big is this? This is a... okay. Let's grab another arm. Actually, let's grab 2. You know what? Just give me all the damn arms. So, like, once I have an understanding of this, then I can build an understanding of, like, what would actually be required to put together full automated fishing setups. I remember there was a mod at one point that was like crab pots, which honestly I think the crab pots idea makes more sense. But that was also extraordinarily overpowered, so... You know, I guess when you consider all of the logistics that I get myself involved with, it's really not that damn surprising. That I've got like 1,200 and, I don't know, a number of fucking hours in this. Right, I still need to grab my fishing pole and go, test stuff. Neither of these has done anything yet. Fucking bird, come on, dude. I hate it. I hate it. Fucking bird. Stupid jackass bird. How long does this shit take to process, dude? This may not be worth it at all. I don't understand why, like, the egg count is so fucking shit. I suppose it might be because we're just patently incapable of keeping them fed with the method that I've been using, but that's weird to me because it's the same method that I was using before I moved them, and it makes me think, was the simple act of moving them, like, that extremely detrimental? Because if so, then sweet Jeebus. Oh yeah, that stuff. Yeah. This is taking so long. But is it taking as long as the fishing setup? Part of me wonders if like the fish net like catches things faster with different critters in it, or if it's just you've put a critter in it and then it's set in stone, like it will take exactly this long to get it done. Alright, what do we got? Okay, that has produced 3 worms. Which is fine, it only took like 800 years for it to do that. Now, I guess here's the other thing I want to know. I don't really care where that dropped. Fuck my life, dude. Well, that did finally produce a fish. So if I were to... Okay. Bird! Fucking... Never thought he was gonna annoy the shit out of me like this. So, I mean, I guess that does work. And then this would go onto the line. Okay. Alright, here's the thing. I'm going to start doing this. And then these are going to feed onto this. However, this is going to be a complex build. And I'm not going to enjoy it. I feel like I'm gonna mostly dislike working on this. Having said that, it will improve things. Here, you know what? I will... After this, I'm going to put my farming stuff away and we're going to focus as much as possible on this. But you know what this also means is that I was wrong to do this. Three eggs. Mate. Could I just, Nope. That was utterly useless. Shouldn't have tried that at all. That'll end up over here, I think. Because it's not eggs. Yeah. Anyway, whatever, dude. I officially have a full stack of the gold stuff. Anyway, okay. Yeah, let's put away the farming equipment. I don't suppose it really matters, but let's just use the one that I have. The most of. I don't see any reason not to do that. We'll put together one sprinkler. I'm gonna need, I guess, 8 of these. I cannot believe how annoying my bird is being. Just fucking get out here, dude. Okay. Let's use this to mark the corner. I cannot describe how many times I have done that. Right, I need to get the splits as well. I definitely am not going to need 32 of them. I just fucking bird, goddamn it, piece of shit. Fucking bird! Okay. Right, I need to have a seed maker. This bird is fucking killing me, dude. This all needs to be powered. Just give me all these goddamn wires. I'd be a lot less annoyed right now if it weren't for my fucking bird. He fucking got through that time. What? Dipshit bird. Wait, I don't know which direction I made that. Oh, my fucking piss! Okay, Okay. And I think I'm gonna have to do some of these, like, out in the wild. I cannot believe it. It's so finicky. Now see, in theory, this will eventually start to produce, at which point Fuck off. At which point it will need to be conveyed back to the line. I wonder if this is about as condensed as this can possibly be. I don't know why, like, right here is just itching like a son of a bitch. I can't think of a particularly good reason for that, but whatever. I think with this build out the way that it is, I'd probably just extend the wall right here and then like block it off maybe here. I'm not quite sure. Here, you know what? Do those. I'm gonna keep these fucking gold ones, and we're gonna put a couple of these in there. Fucking bird. I shouldn't be as salty about this bird, but he's pissing me off, dude. Now see, I'm not a fan of, like, there's no indicator here as to how long this is going to take. anyways, once I'm, like, well convinced that that setup works exactly the way that it should, then we can start putting together others like it. I am prepared for the possibility that there might be overflow that would result in needing to make contingencies, and as much as I would prefer not to do that, it might not be avoidable. $127, all of a sudden. Oh, piss all the way off, dude. Okay. Yeah, I don't even know how many, like, I don't know how many chickens, dodos, I don't know how many birds there are. I don't know how many of them are hungry. I have no idea. I'm a bad animal keeper. I will say, though, the back end of that 100 went away way slower. Oh, right. So this is one of those situations, I think, where once it, like, genuinely, really seriously gets started, that it's gonna be like it's gonna be like a Boulder scenario where there's, like, a constant income forever and ever. And then you don't really have to think about it again. Probably what I would do for repeat setups right here is I would literally put them hit to hit. Like, with this being right here. And yeah. Literally the same setup repeated. But again, I want like a good visual confirmation that everything works as desired. Sweet damn. No, I'm busy with those right now. Here, you know what? Because I'm working with these, it's like, all I really want to confirm is that none of the fucking bird. It doing this over and over in my peripheral is genuinely annoying the shit out of me. But yeah, so long as it doesn't outrun it, like I said, I'll just repeat the same setup again. For, let's see, there's the acid water, there's the mold water, acid mold, lava, shimmering, ocean, oil. I think that might be it, dude. But I mean, we'll have to like extend out to like say, where's probably the smartest place to put it? We'll put one here-ish. So, like, there's a reason I said I'm gonna have to set some of these up out in the wild, because like the clay biome has its own shit. The stone biome has its own shit, etc., etc. Like these different locations matter. Like Azios Wilderness has its own stuff. But yeah, I think that's all the unique forms of water. There's no reason I shouldn't have enough room to put them all together in the space that I have, but we can always... Okay, it does look like there's going to be some overflow of critters. Oh no, actually. Because these just got put in, huh? Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. I am going to take off here in a second. And just do some daily necessities. And I might be back, and also maybe or maybe not with this. Bro, I love this. 9 eggs. I literally just fed you guys like 1,000,000 bugs. Let's go ahead and deal with the inventory. You can disassemble the bombs. I'll do that at some other point. We're not too terribly far away from just not having any space left for worms. Never came down here and deposited those boxes, huh?
See, with enough automation, you're gonna get to a point to where, like I could be literally dealing with items for the entire stream. I am concerned, actually, because we have an empty smelter here. There's no reason for that to be the case. Okay, before I leave, we have to run the line. How exciting! Because these are definitely coming. Not gonna lie, that spooked me a bit. Watch it be that it's just the front of the machine is broken, and I could have easily solved this by just looking out the front door. Okay. I don't know what caused this. Give me the goddamned iron. Fish. It's officially producing. That sounded silly. Anyway, but yeah, I'm gonna take a break. Gonna get some things done. Might come back with this. Might come back with something else. Might not come back for today. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see how this plays out. I plan on coming back for now. It really depends on if anything changes. Anyways, y'all have a good one.
Everybody join in!
I'm fucking up now, man. Shit.
Yes, it's back on.
Okay. As much as we.
But I don't have a vehicle now. Oh, there's a. How you doing? You doing all right? How's that air compressor treating you, bruh? Oh yeah, it probably hurts. I mean, I've never seen somebody do what it is you do. I mean, if I come over here, like, can I punch you in the crotch? That was your balls. What's up? Buck and weave, son. Okay. It really was. So like, watch right now. I'm just gonna let all of my phalanx doctrine fall off.
Hold on, I'm still not watching your stream. I don't usually have your stream actually up because that takes away from, you know, what I can get. Or the game starts lagging a bit if I have too many things.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I wasn't watching any of that.
It's fine. It hasn't gone away.
That's a lot of speed.
And this isn't even sprinting. This is just like, I'm just walking here. Hey, I'm walking here. Oh, and I grabbed a ledge. Wait, really?
Yeah, no, Splicer is listed as number 1, and then number 2 is Melrose.
What the fuck? So grabbing a ledge when this happens results in some crazy shit.
Oh my god. I watched the first one. I guess it happens again. Hang on. Holy shit, where are you? Where